I don't have eyes on it right now. I got a general idea. Do you see it?
No, I just saw kind of the area.
I got it. Get it! Good boy, Salty. Okay, leave it. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. How's that for a shot? You can see that. That's where I hit her. Right in the back of the neck. Good boy, Salty dog. Good boy. As you can see, we've got a bit of snow. All right. Whew. Totally worth it. Except for I lost my balls.
Win of the day already.
Good boy, big dog. All right. Just dig around in here a little bit. I think I've got more missing.
Oh, you got a bird? Good job.
Am I still filming?
Oh yeah.
Nice. The annual Catch, Clean, and Cook is about to commence. We're going to do this one a little bit different than we did the last one. Here's a good look at the shot. As you can see, I hit the neck bone right in the back of the neck right there. And its neck's broke. Didn't go anywhere. One hitter quitter. Gotta love it. So, just like I did last year, I stand on the wings. Come on. There we go. Stand on the wings there. Grab just underneath the gullet. You just kind of pull. Dog got a little aggressive here in the midsection, but that's okay. He hasn't quite got the soft mouth thing all the way down yet. All right, and then rather than peel the legs off and take the wings off, all that jazz, I'm just gonna breast this out, and I'm gonna save the legs and all the feathers and guts and stuff for lynx bait, because for the first time in like 5 years, at least, they opened a lynx trapping season here. And if you've watched my little video that came out about a week ago, I got a very nice lynx, and they taste good. We're gonna do I don't know, maybe I'll recycle some footage and do like a catch-cook combo video there. And anyway, we'll cook that one up, and I'll show you guys what that's all about too. But today we are going to breast this bird out, and let's pick all that off of there. Breast this bird out and cook it. It's only 5:15, but it is rapidly approaching too dark to film. So we're gonna do this with a lot of artificial light. That's okay. If you don't like it, watch another video. Just kind of go down here. It's like filleting a fish. You just like follow the bone structure and it all comes off. And there we go. Chicken breasts. We'll get this little bit of wishbone meat here out. That's for you, bud. Gotta love that, huh? More. There you go, buddy. Good boy. All right, all that is premium lynx bait. Move on to the cooking part. All right, we got a fire to make. This is birch bark. Birch bark's your best friend because you can soak it in a river overnight if you want. Pull it out and light it. Just make a little pile of the outermost stuff. Gonna break up this inner bark. It's a little bit thicker, and we'll use that as kindling, kind of. We've got what will inevitably grow into a real fire here. All right, well, the game plan is to get this going pretty good. Have the grouse breast just kind of on here. They stuck into the snow. Pow. Keep them downwind and over the fire. I'll check back in with you when I get that set up. Fire's going. This is just a piece of cottonwood. We're just gonna kind of thread this on there. Always double her up. If you've got stuff like this that hangs down, just put it on separately. Because you don't want just like burnt bits falling off, you know? Those are treats for the dog. your breast pieces, we want to spread out some so that they cook evenly. I have made myself sick eating undercooked spruce grouse over fire. We can adjust as needed, but as long as that wind keeps that fire going, we'll be in good shape. Yeah. Doing all right. Nice winter day. So it is the annual Slingshot catch and cook. I think I got a Slingshot in my pocket. It'd be unusual for me not to. Oh, here it is. Slingshot is today's Slingshot of choice. I've got a bunch at this point, but this one's kind of a classic. If you peruse the Slingshot forums, this is one referred to as Ugly Duckling. This was a beautiful kind of tiger grain, I don't know what they call it, wavy grained birch, and I decided I was going to try and make that grain pop with this stain, and it did not work. It just came out looking like a boiled turd. So Ugly Duckling it is, but it is a murder weapon and it puts food on the table consistently. This is probably the Slingshot I'm most accurate with. My bands are 1 inch to 3/4 inch tapered, green cold weather GZK 0.76. Today's a pretty warm day. I was running around in a hoodie. It's 21 degrees above, and it was up to like 28 earlier today. So yeah, shoots lights out. This is a Warrior pouch, or no, sorry, this is a Super Sure pouch. My other Slingshot's got a Warrior on it. Yeah, I'm still shooting 40 caliber lead balls. I dropped a bunch today. I got them all back though. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, you got to look at my balls earlier today, but 40 caliber lead balls, I pour them myself. I just got a 40 cal mold for like muzzle loading stuff. Yeah, that puts the hurt on just about anything inside of, 25 yards, maybe 30 yards. I might be able to stretch it to 30. Depends on how froggy I'm feeling. Anyway, yeah, let me turn this around, give you a look at the fire, and then I'll catch up with you when it's cooked. You just want those flames licking it. Like, you don't want it full blown into the fire, but you want it downwind so that it catches the smoke and the flames just barely touch it. Like, that might be a little bit too much into the fire, but it's a young fire, so that side will be a little bit burnt, and then when I rotate it, the other side will be just about perfect. It just doesn't get much better than that. Warm night, nice fire, decent snow cover. If you're making a fire in snow, it helps if you start with a platform so that your fire doesn't just sink into the snow. I try and find some like fairly wet wood, or at least bigger wood than what I'm using for the rest of my fire. So eventually this will sink in and become one with the earth right after it sinks in and falls into the snow. But yeah, it's good to have a platform. That way you keep your wood dry and stuff. Your tinder's not soaking up moisture. Look around the side here. That's been moved and adjusted since the last time you saw it. Just the fire didn't die down as I had anticipated, so you change things. And again, that's just stuck in the snow. We've got plenty of snow to hold it. So yeah, good times. I'll get back to you. As you can see, the fire's died down considerably, and our grouse is done cooking on its stick, and just waiting for it to cool down. Temperatures dropped some. It's about 20 degrees now, so won't take long to cool down. But yeah, well, I've got you here. A lot of people ask about my dog. Can you see me? No, you cannot. All right. Yeah, a lot of people ask about my dog, and Salty is an interesting mix of a mutt. He is half Newfoundland. His mom was a Newfie, and his dad was a border collie, which means it was probably a strange date, and there might have been a step stool or something involved. I have no idea how that actually happened. But I got him when he was about 3 months old, and he's been out chasing spruce hens ever since. Had some hater in one of the comments on one of my previous grouse hunting videos talk about having a retriever that doesn't retrieve. When you win some, you lose some. I'm still working with him on that. He's 3 now, and he does a good job of getting on game and holding it in the spot that it fell, which is pretty valuable, particularly with squirrels and stuff, because squirrels are tough as nails, and they will take off and die in a hole, and you'll never get them back. So having the dog be there to pin them down is pretty awesome. But yeah, as far as like picking stuff up and bringing it back, we've worked and worked and worked and worked, and it just doesn't happen. So, you know, take the wins with the losses, and it is what it is. Great dog though, love him to death. Heck of a guard dog for the house. Ask the UPS man. Also, like, I know that there's a lot of Slingshot nerds on here, like myself, who are here for the Slingshot footage, and, you know, every winter I go into trapping mode. I've always got a Slingshot in my pocket for when opportunity knocks. That's why I got into Slingshots, is a couple years back I was out moose hunting with my buddy Zach, and there's just grouse everywhere. We were going, you know, every day before work and every day after work, just trying to fill the moose tags, trying to fill the freezer, and we'd see just, you know, 30 grouse every trip. And obviously if you're running around with a 300 Win mag, like, you're not shooting grouse, because there's not much left of them after you hit them. Not to mention, just, you end up shooting them out of trees, and that type of projectile, moving at the speed it moves, can carry it for miles if you miss. So yeah, wasn't shooting grouse, moose hunting, and it's just, yeah. So I started looking for super quiet ways that I could snipe grouse. That way we could have something to cook back at camp, and Slingshot seemed to be the most logical conclusion, so I gave it a try. And it took several months for me to get accurate. You know, the last couple of videos you've seen have been like one-hitter quitters. A lot of the other videos, you know, it takes a couple of shots before I hit him in the head. A grouse head's, you know, about the size of a ping pong ball. So if you've got a 20-yard shot at a ping pong ball, it takes some good shooting to be able to do it in one shot. These last couple have been real close up. Wintertime, they don't fly as far, and they're not anywhere near as skittish because there's very few people hunting them. So we, yeah, we'll get close on them, and then generally the dog flushes them up into a tree, and then kind of points at them and waits. And I don't know if you can see that in this video, but he did a super good job on that. He ran to about, I don't know, 20 yards from the tree and just kind of like stuck his nose out and let me know where it was at, which gave me my general idea. And then I just kind of watched for a little bit of movement, and sure enough, there was a hole about the size of an egg through the branches where I could clearly see his head. And he was facing, I guess, broadside, and I hit him right in the neck, and yeah, he fell right out of the tree. He wasn't going anywhere, but the dog was on him. So yeah, Salty did his thing. The Slingshot has been an invaluable tool just for small game hunting when not a lot of noise is required. And honestly, like, it's super fun, and you can put it in your pocket, and then you walk out with a grouse and people are like, how did you do this? And you just, you know, tell them it was a Jedi mind trick. You talked them into coming down. So yeah, it's been a great run. For those of you here specifically for slingshots, you know, I'm going to keep that going as frequently as opportunity knocks. Obviously, like, August, September is like primo grouse season, so that's when you're going to see a ton of the videos flooding. But throughout the winter, grouse season doesn't close until March, I believe. So throughout the winter, as I see them, I'll take them. But they're just not as prevalent. They're not sitting in like these groups of 10, you know, big family units. They're one grouse here, one grouse there, you know. Walk for 10 miles, you might see 2 grouse. So yeah, that's how it goes. Also, if you are one of these guys who are like super anti-hunting, anti-trapping, etc., and you come onto my channel to talk trash, I would appreciate it if you would express your opinion without the use of insults or profanity. Like, we can have an educated conversation in the comment section. I will respond to you. And yeah, like, I've got, you know, I'm a high school and middle school teacher. I've got a bunch of my students watching these videos who don't need to be privy to your foul language and stuff like that. Like, I respect your opinion. I appreciate the fact that you are willing to voice it. Just do so politely, and we can engage in an educated discussion among adults. If you come on using the F word and calling me all kinds of names, your comment's gonna get deleted. Thank you. Oh, also, if you're here just to spread some hate, at least like and subscribe. That way, you know when to, the next time, to get your blood pressure up. Thanks. All right, fellas. Or ladies, I don't know. I probably don't have a huge female following. I don't have the looks for it. Anyway, the moment of truth. As you can see, the outside's got a nice charcoal on it, whereas the inside is just about perfectly done. So, yeah, should be pretty good. Also, I cook my grouse well done now. It was particularly over the fire. When I'm like in the oven or something, it's not that big a deal. We make a lot of chili out of them as well. But if I'm just gonna put it on a stick over the fire, I make sure that it's good and cooked. Because if you remember the video I made of cooking spruce ends over the fire at Wolf Spike Camp, I ate those ones like pretty rare and spent the entire night with a devastating case of diarrhea. So we learn from our mistakes, and I cook it so that it's not pink inside. For being a winter spruce hem, that's fantastic. It's not even like, it's sprucey, but it's not so sprucey that it's disgusting. And for being unseasoned, it's great. It tastes like bird. You can't beat it. So spruce hen over the campfire on a stick is always a win. It's one of my favorite hunting snacks. If you've got the time, you put together some green alder branches and make a little rack. Fillet your breasts out even more. Like, take this piece here that's probably 1/2 inch thick and cut it in half, and then you can make jerky out of it. Just put it up higher so that the smoke hits it and a little bit of the heat, but not the crazy amount of heat I put on it today. And you can make jerky, and then you just kind of keep it in your pocket and you eat it as you go. Moose hunting, and worst case scenario, like, it smells like smoke and grouse, which are both things that are readily found in the Alaska backcountry. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this, and hope you guys enjoyed the watch. And pardon me for talking with my mouth full. That's good. yeah, I guess I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe, stay warm, stay COVID and other disease free, and yeah, see you in the woods.